Living in a major Canadian city right now feels like carrying a physical weight. Your paycheck clears, and almost immediately the pressure sets in. Purchasing power is quietly shrinking, and standard salaries are struggling to absorb the impact. By the end of this year, food will consume up to 19% of the average Canadian household budget. Add in the fact that we pay some of the highest telecom and banking fees in the developed world, and the math simply stops working. You can fix the math. Over the next few minutes, I am going to show you exactly how to reclaim over $14,000 this year. You do not need to ask for a raise, and you do not need to pack up and leave your city. We are going to execute a structured 4-week blueprint. We will systematically audit your accounts, strip out bloated variable spending, and automate your investments so your money actually works for you. Surviving in places like Toronto, Vancouver, or Calgary requires dropping the passive consumer mindset. You have to take active, systematic control of the details. Here is exactly how we start. Week 1 is about stopping the bleed. We start by auditing your bank statements to instantly cut the invisible fixed costs draining your account every 30 days. Open your credit card history and search for any recurring charge under $20. Hunt down the meditation apps you never open and the fitness platforms you abandoned in January. For many, canceling these forgotten subscriptions reclaims nearly $1,000 a year. Next, look at your primary checking account. The traditional Big Five Canadian banks charge between $15 and $30 a month just to hold your personal funds. You are paying up to $360 a year for the privilege of logging into an app. On the left, a traditional account slowly drains $30 a month in fees. On the right, a no-fee EQ bank account keeps your principal intact, actually paying interest microdeposits on your balance. Transfer your primary capital immediately. And then we tackle your phone bill. Canadians regularly pay $80 to $120 a month for cellular plans that cost $25 in most of Europe. Read the exact phrase on screen. Call your provider and say, "I am looking at competitors. What retention offers do you have?" That single script regularly drops bills by $60 a month, saving you $720 annually. By completing Week 1, you have just reclaimed an immediate $2,040 in annual cash flow. Institutional loyalty is financially penalizing. Introducing minor friction to your service providers yields immediate, measurable returns. Week 2 targets your daily variable spending. We are going to remove consumer friction and eliminate the triggers that cause impulse buying. Start with microtransactions. Replace the daily coffee shop ritual with a home brewing setup. Over a year, that $55 a month adds $660 back to your pocket. Address urban lunchtime inflation next. Implement a mandatory 2-hour Sunday batch cook protocol. By avoiding $18 daily poke bowls near the office, you save $3,000 a year on lunch alone. This bar chart compares urban transport costs. Between insurance, gas, parking, and ride shares, convenience travel drains up to $1,000 a month. Contrast that against a local transit pass for $156, reclaiming $3,600 a year. Finally, it is time to implement the 48-hour rule. For any non-essential purchase exceeding $50, you screenshot it, close the tab, and wait exactly 48 hours before buying it. This forced pause breaks the dopamine loop engineered by online retailers. For most people, this rule stops $1,500 in annual impulse purchases. Systematizing these daily habits adds $8,760 to your tally. Variable cost management is not self-deprivation. It is a deliberate defense against environments designed to extract your money through convenience. Week 3 deploys digital tools to optimize mandatory, unavoidable spending at major grocers. If you are shopping at major domestic chains, utilizing their points apps is an absolute necessity. The mandatory action here is loading your digital offers before you ever set foot inside the store. You stack that digital advantage by cross-referencing those loaded points with local flyer price matching using the Flip app. This rapid digital stacking method reclaims profit margins at the checkout, adding another $200 to your annual tally. Engaging with these point ecosystems is no longer optional. It is a required strategy to claw back the margins you lose to food inflation. Week 4 is the final pivot. You shift from defending your capital to actively generating and reclaiming wealth from institutions and the government. Most people treat their TFSA as a basic storage vault, earning a negligible 1.5% return. But moving cash into low-cost index ETFs at a 7% yield exponentially compounds your trajectory, generating $1,200 in annual tax-free growth. Next, we focus on reclaiming your taxes. The Canada Workers' Benefit is a specific credit that goes highly underutilized by eligible citizens every single year. Run your information through automated tax software like Wealthsimple Tax. It actively scans for hidden government payouts, catching the GST/HST credit, provincial climate supplements, and up to $1,500 from the CWB. Correcting your investments and doing the paperwork properly adds a final $3,200 to our running total. Basic administrative and financial literacy is the ultimate wealth-building tool. It turns mundane paperwork into direct tax-free income. That completes the 4-week blueprint. Let's look at the final mathematical result of your audit. This dashboard tracks the final total. By stacking these systematic changes, you have shifted $14,200 back into your own control. In real-world terms, that total represents a legitimate down payment contribution, significant international travel, or a critical 3-month emergency runway. True financial independence is not achieved through massive windfalls. It is built by ruthlessly optimizing the boring, everyday details. Download the complete checklist and negotiation scripts linked below and execute Week 1 today. Take your money back.